Hello, I'm wbz-tv meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I've got your forecast for tonight and for the next several days. Quite a weather pattern is shaping up here for us, not only for the next few days, but maybe for the next few weeks, the way things are looking right now. We've got to keep on our toes here and watch these systems very carefully. Winter storm warning is up for much of the area, as you see in the pink shading here for tonight and into tomorrow. In the more purplish shading, that's where a winter weather advisory is up by the National Weather Service. So storm impacts here, high impact for accumulating snow, but it isn't going to be a blockbuster snowstorm. High impacts from sleet and freezing rain and ice accretion and ice buildup on some trees. Power lines could cause power outages, so that's a big concern. Damaging winds, lesser impact, but still possible down over southeastern Massachusetts, especially where there's a strong southerly wind there. And there will be a risk of some coastal flooding and also some freshwater flooding over southeastern Mass where some heavier rain does exist. Here's the storm center here. Initially, it's cold enough to support snow, and some of that snow started developing this afternoon, but that wasn't really directly related to the storm itself. It was just some ocean effect snow showers coming in. Now the shield of snow from the storm seems to be starting to move in, especially in western and northern New England, while the other scattered lighter snow showers still exist. That's all going to fill in with snow as we get into the evening hours, and it'll be steady and become heaviest late this evening and for a few hours after midnight when we do get the thumping of snow. With these temperatures in the low and middle 30s, it's going to be a sort of a wet snow around Boston, fluffier snow farther north and west. But the warm air is going to win out this time, so it looks like as the storm center comes closer, there'll be a transition to sleet, and then probably to a longer period of freezing rain, and that's not really good news at all over central portions of the area. As it warms into the 40s, note the timestamp up here in the upper right corner of your picture. The winds coming in from the south and southeast here, strong and gusty toward the Cape tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the 40s there. While it's in the 40s there, it's only in the upper 20s near 30 from north central Massachusetts west and up into southern New Hampshire. So an extended period of freezing rain is anticipated here, so be prepared for power outages in this area. Now watch what happens as we go to 50 or higher on the Cape at midday. The wind is going to shift, and briefly it warms in Boston to 40, and then it crashes in the afternoon. Watch the temperature go down to 32 and then into the 20s as this cold air comes back in tomorrow afternoon. So there's a lot to deal with in this storm. It's not just a simple powder snowstorm for everybody. It's got all sorts of types of precipitation and plenty of cold air to rush in behind it. So by Monday morning, we are going to be down into the single numbers to almost zero. That's how cold this is going to be. As far as the amount of snow, a coating to 2 inches over southeastern Massachusetts. It looks like 2 inches, ranging up to probably 3 or 4 inches in Boston. So Boston does get its first inch of snow, and then a little bit more than that from this system coming up later tonight and before it changes over to rain. We got the 4-inch line here, somewhere near 495, ranging up to 8 inches as you head up north central Massachusetts into the southern New Hampshire, then more than 8 inches beyond that. And ski country is going to get a lot of snow out of this, but even a little sleet mixed in even way up there. So the snow tonight changes over to freezing rain, maybe an interim period of sleet, but it's the freezing rain situation we're most concerned about. And the highest risk of freezing rain is right here in central Massachusetts through parts of Worcester County and into maybe northwestern Middlesex County, into portions of southern New Hampshire coming up for tomorrow morning through midday. There could be a decent amount of ice accretion on the tree limbs and the power lines. It could cause some power outages in here due primarily to freezing rain, not really to wind, but to freezing rain, while the power outage threat over southeastern Mass and the Cape is due to the gusty southerly wind or south and southeast wind there. There's a flood watch up over southeastern Massachusetts where they're going to get some of the heaviest rain, 2 to 3 inches of rain with some localized flooding down in here. Poor drainage areas will have lots of flooding in the roads. And the other thing is that a lot of this is all going to freeze up as the cold air whips into the Cape as well late tomorrow and tomorrow night. Strongest winds down here, which may gust to 30 to 50 miles an hour, much less wind farther inland where that freezing rain is falling. With the onshore wind, there's going to be a danger of some coastal flooding. A coastal flood advisory is up across most of the coast, except a coastal flood warning for the New Hampshire and Maine coast. Now, to late tomorrow, this is what it's going to feel like on the Cape. Gusty winds are going to feel like the 40s, but here comes the cold air feeling like the teens farther northwest of Boston as that Arctic air comes slamming back at us. And it's going to be so cold it'll be close to zero Monday morning with the wind chills of 15 to 25 below zero. the air temperatures going up to the upper single numbers to near 10. On Tuesday, after a cold start, there's still going to be rather windy in the morning, but not quite as windy as Monday will be, up to 24. And then we warm up again. So we go to the 40s on Wednesday and upper 40s on Thursday with another spell of pretty rainy weather, getting much colder again by the end of the week. That's your forecast for now. Watch WBZ News tonight for updates. See you then.